Okay, now for the loading of the boards. Now, normally what I would have done was to take a little container like that, take my parts, peel off a couple of them, pop them in there, and then one by one load them with a pair of tweezers onto the board. Now, needless to say, that you get a bit tedious after a while. So I came up with a really ridiculously simple idea, which actually works very well. Now what I did, I bought this online. Now there's thousands of places you can get them from. eBay was less than 10 bucks. Came with various different dispensing needles. Look for dispensing tools and that's what you get. But now, how do you pick up the part? Well, you need a vacuum, and that is where this high-tech piece of equipment comes in. This is a little pump you would use to inflate a inflatable mattress or something like that. Now this has two ports, one is in and one is out. So normally you would use the out when you're blowing up your bed or whatever, but I decided let's use the in, and that actually works really well because that then, as you can see, it's slowly expanding, and while it's slowly expanding it is picking up the part for you, and it works very well. And it's foot powered, so you can use your hands for other things, placing your parts, holding everything else you need to do. Now here's one we prepared earlier, a little board we're going to load the parts onto now. Tweezers. Now these LEDs are all in the same orientation, negative that way, so cathode that way. On my board I want cathode that way, so they have to go onto the board this way around. So it would be smart to load them just as is, so let's go. Too easy. Now what I normally would do is to just poke them a little bit, but I'll do that once I've loaded all of them. What's nice about this way is you don't have to hunt around and try and turn them around and find which way is the cathode and just hope for the best. You can just pick it up and put it down. Afterwards, just give it a bit of a with your magnifier, just have a good look at it. Might need to give them a bit of a poke this way and that way to make sure they are nicely aligned, but much easier than trying to do it one at a time. Another really handy tool that I'd like to introduce you to is this little Duva Flacky. Now this is from PCB Way. Now their ruler is a bit special because it's got a couple of extra features which are very nice. What I like is the fact that it's got the mils and millimeter settings, so you can immediately see what the sizes of tracks and things are. On the back the hole sizes are in metric and in imperial or AWG. I live in Australia. I've got no understanding of how big an AWG is, but at least now I've got a reference. Okay, 8 AWG is about 3.25 millimeters. Very handy. But that's not what I want to show you. This has got a component counter on it. Now let me show you how that works. You've got a strip of parts here. You don't know, you can sit here and count each of them to see if you've got enough, but what's really handy is there you've got 0, so the first pocket you line up with 0. So that would be, sorry, my alignment isn't very well. That'll be 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. So this little strip, that is 20. 1, 2, 3. So that little strip is 23 parts. Super handy and much faster than sitting here. If you've got different parts on your bill of materials, this is very handy to quickly count your parts and make sure you've got enough to do your job. And of course it's got all the other footprints and fancy things, and a space to write your name so it doesn't get reappropriated by a mate. But very handy, and if you order boards from them, I think you can get them for free, or just I think they sometimes give them away as gifts. So see on their site what you can do, and if they are available. Highly recommend it, and really nice quality.